So after the Las Vegas shooting, the Republicans said they're going to do something about gun control, and they actually did propose 2 bills. So let's be fair to them and give them credit for what they have done. So the first one was the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act. Well, okay, that doesn't seem like it's for gun control, but let's find out what's in it. As USA Today reports, the other major piece of legislation backed by the NRA, because they talked about a couple of the other one I'm going to tell you about in a second, covers concealed carry across state lines. The legislation would nationalize concealed carry laws. Essentially, if you have a permit in your own state, that would allow you to carry your firearm into another state. Wait a minute, that's not for gun control, that's against gun control. Well, it's also against state rights. So if New York wants to more tightly regulate guns, this law says you're not allowed to do that. I don't care about your state's rights. I want to make sure that guns are everywhere. So if there's somebody from another state who got guns, well, I want to make sure that they could drive into your state and do any shooting they like. So far, 1 out of 2 is not for gun control. It's to spread guns more. Gee, I wonder if all those bribes by the NRA made a difference for the Republicans. Okay, well, let's be fair. The second one has a very pleasant name. It's called the SHARE Act. They also push for this. This is after the worst massacre in recent US history, that is the Las Vegas shooting. This is before the shooting in Florida. Let's see if that was going to help, and maybe it could have prevented the shooting in Florida if they had just, reined in the gun problem that we have in America after that massacre in Vegas. So what's in it? Well, garnering the most attention is a provision that will loosen restrictions on purchasing gun silencers, which are currently regulated under the National Firearms Act. By law, people who want a silencer must pay a $200 tax and go through a longer registration process that includes a criminal background check. The Republicans wanted to take that away. You want silencers? Have at it, Hoss. Oh, somebody just murdered 58 people and shot and wounded hundreds of people by shooting into a crowd, and he did it in a surreptitious way. He snuck the guns into the hotel room, etc. Well, let's make killing people surreptitiously even easier. Let them buy silencer with less checks. Okay, that's not all that was in the SHARE Act. Here's some other provisions. It allowed gun owners to carry registered firearms across state lines. They're obsessed with making sure that the guns can be everywhere. It also allowed them to carry firearms in the national parks and no longer classified shotguns, shotgun shells, and large caliber rifles as destructive devices, which would remove certain registration and taxation requirements, as well as prohibitions in some states. So make silencers easier, shotguns easier, and once you've got them and you'd like to murder people, by all means cross state lines and do it at your leisure. So after all the shootings, they did not make shootings harder, they made them easier. The NRA has given tens of millions of dollars to Republicans throughout the years. They gave $30 million to Donald Trump alone in just the last election cycle. Well, they got exactly what they bargained for. Corruption works, unfortunately, in America, and it's literally killing us. What you just watched was one of the videos that we do today, but we actually do a whole 2-hour show every single day. It's a podcast. You could watch it in video or listen to it as audio. You can download it, you can stream it, and you get it completely ad-free if you could become a member of the Young Turks. tytnetwork.com/join.